Welcome back to Spanish Fork Complex here as we get ready for the next softball game here. This one will be between Providence Hull and North Sanpete, who has to turn right back around and play another ball game here as we try to get these ball games in today before it gets too dark or too cold as the clouds start to come back in again. It's starting to get a bit crisp here. So far, some other scores to pass on. So far in the 2A, Duchesne has defeated Altamont. So Duchesne moves on. Altamont will be playing right now or soon. Parowan has upset Gunnison Valley. Parowan moves on to play Duchesne and tomorrow morning. And Gunnison Valley will drop down. Gunnison Valley will be playing North Sevier later today. Enterprise defeats South Sevier and moves on. Enterprise and then Beaver defeats Millard and moves on. So Enterprise and Beaver will be playing tomorrow morning. And Millard will be playing San Juan, South Sevier Paiute, Gunnison Valley, North Sevier, Altamont, Kanab. That's in the 2A bracketing. In the 3A here, Carbon has defeated Grand County, and Carbon moves on into the game tomorrow. South Summit defeats Emory in a heck of a barn burner, and South Summit moves on. Manti has defeated Canyon View. They move on to play Grantsville, who defeats North Sanpete. So tomorrow, Carbon, South Summit, Manti, Grantsville. In the drop-down bracket here in the 3A, North Summit, Providence Hall, the game right now. And then Juab and Emory, I believe, will be, Emory drops down to play Union. Grand will play Morgan. And Canyon View will be playing Juab, I believe. So those are the games going on or will be going on here in this next flight of ball games. As we've got these games plus 4 more games to go in each bracket, so it's going to be a heck of a race to see how many of those games they can get in tonight or if they have to change the schedule tomorrow morning. Providence Hall will be in the field. We'll get to the position players in a minute. Pitching for Providence Hall, Abigail Aiello, and she'll be pitching to North Sanpete. North Sanpete basically the same as they just were. You have Dally Bailey up to bat first, and she takes a called strike. Next pitch, another one on the inside corner. So that will be strike 2 against Bailey. And Aiello toes it again, ready for the pitch. Dribble her down the third base line, picked up by the shortstop. Can she get it there in time? Does not, as Bailey is able to beat it out, an infield hit. Just a dribbler. The third baseman could not get to it. Shortstop deeper in the hole takes it. Not able to make the throw there in time. Defensively for Providence Hall. Abigail Aiello in the pitcher circle. You have Emerson Anderson, I believe, catching. Haley Lentz at first, Tristan Lentz at second, Madeline Alton at third, Madeline Johnson at shortstop. First pitch to the second batter. Bunt is put down. Third baseman picks it up, goes to first. I think that's safe again, as the play was not in time at first. So a couple of infield hits right here early in the ball game for North Sanpete. Has runners at first and second, nobody out. And again, Emerson Anderson is the catcher. Sorry about that. And in the outfield, you have Madison Garcia, Zoe Huntley, and Liz Brinkerhoff around the outside. So up to bat now is Lucy Oldroyd, the first baseman for North Sanpete. Takes a pitch in the dirt from Aiello. And it'll be another pitch coming to Lucy Oldroyd. It's confusing schools and years here. Shot hit to shortstop, picks it up, goes to second for one. Unable to make the exchange to first for the other one. They do get the force out on Stedman at second. Nice play there, exchanged by the shortstop to the second baseman for the first out. But it does advance Bailey to third, and Oldroyd reaches on a fielder's choice. So it'll bring Heather Howard to the batter's box. Heather Howard will be pitching in this game. Turns to bunt, fakes it, lets the runner go to second, so you'll get no play on her. But it allows Lucy Oldroyd to go to second with a stolen base. And I doubt she'll be in blunting position again. Heather Howarth hits the ball to the right side. The first baseman picks it up and makes the out at first, but not before the run is scored. So Bailey is able to take an infield hit, work it around, and score a run here in the first. Heather Howarth will be thrown out at first. That'd be 3 unassisted at first for the second out. So now with 2 outs, Peyton Johnson, the designated player in this ball game, the flex, will come to bat with a runner at third and 2 away. Even though the official scorekeeper just has 1 out. Just had to point 1 out once I had over. Anyway, there's a ball called. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 to Peyton Johnson now. Miramontes will be on deck. Tyler Joe Miramontes, and Bria Allred is in the hole with Peyton Johnson. Pitch coming from Aiello on the inside corner. He's going to say it hit her, so she's going to take her base. So a hit by pitch will put Peyton Johnson on. The runner is still at third base, and that is Lucy Oldroyd, still at third base. And it'll bring to the plate now Miramontes. And she'll be up. She's playing third base in this ball game, and which would finish the dilemma that we had in the last ball game of who went to third, because this is who went there when the pitching change took place. Fouled it back to the right side, strike 1. Again, a runner at third base. See if they go try to steal from first to second to get the other runner in scoring position. With but 2 outs this year, a little bit less likely to do that because you don't want to get her thrown out for the third out. Pitch is high, goes through her mitt, and will go to the screen. The runner from third is not able to advance, but Johnson goes from first to second on the passed ball. So now that does what we were talking about doing with the steal, but now you don't have to. You got runners at second and third in scoring position. And Miramontes with a 1-1 count. A nice breaking ball is a swinging strike to Miramontes. So 2 strikes now, 2 away, 1 run in, and 2 runners on. It's 1 and 2. Foul ball back to the right side. The count remains the same. So 1 and 2 the count. 2 away, 2 runners on. Theoretically, and probably if you get a hit here, it's 2 runs. Ball's going to be just over the second base. Oh, a nice play by the second baseman ranging back. I didn't think she was going to get to it, but she's able to get there. Is Tristan Lenz to make that play and really saves 2 runs there. So a great play there to save runs is the fly to the second baseman. And a great job by Lenz, and that'll be the end of the first half of the first inning. 1-0 in favor of Grantsville. They're not playing anymore. In favor of North Sanpete with Providence Hall coming to the plate. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Caring about the community in which we live is important to those at Intermountain Power Service Corporation. The Intermountain Power Project focuses on reliability, cost-effectiveness, and being environmentally responsible as one of the best coal-based power plants in America. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local economy, schools, and community organizations. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta Millard and Juab High Schools.
Centric
Welcome back here to the Spanish Fork Complex now, as Providence Hall comes to the plate for their first opportunity offensively. They'll lead out with Zoe Huntley. On deck will be Madison Garcia, and then Tristan Lentz will follow up in the hole. And thus far, Zoe Huntley on the year by the stats that we have with a .586 batting average and 14 doubles and 3 triples. So from the leadoff position, that's pretty potent. Pitching for North Sanpete is Heather Howarth, and the first pitch from her is a called strike to Zoe Huntley. On deck, as we mentioned, will be Madison Garcia. Ball hit line drive to second baseman, flagged down there by Bree Allred for the first out of the ball game on 2 pitches. And that'll be the first out. It'll bring Madison Garcia to the plate now. Madison Garcia is just a freshman listed here with a .600 batting average and 1 home run, 13 doubles, and 2 triples. So for a freshman, pretty tough on the hitting. A shot to shortstop, short hopped it, throw across the diamond. So we go from from Dally Bailey to Lucy Oldroyd. 3 pitches, 2 outs. That's pretty proficient there. Looked like it was going to be another line drive catch, but it just short hopped right at the feet. A nice play there by Bailey to scoop it up and make the good throw across the diamond. So Tristan Lenz comes to the plate now, batting from the left side. And Lenz with a .614 batting average. Hits the first pitch just over the outstretched hands of the pitcher. The shortstop picks it up, makes a great play across the diamond. So another Bailey to Oldroyd. 4 pitches, 3 outs. Boy, you can't beat that, can you? So after 1, it's 1-0 for North Sanpete. We'll be right back.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones and DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti. Visit jonesandDeMille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones and DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
Castle Valley Orthodontics specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. And top of the second inning now. North Sanpete with a 1-0 lead here as we go into this second inning. And they will be bringing to bat here the number 7 batter, Bree Allred, the second baseman. Bree Allred with a .200 batting average as a junior. And we'll see what she does here. And then never turns to bunt, but the pitch is outside and low for a ball. Indigo North will be on deck, and Jada Bailey in the hole. Turns to bunt once again, pulls it back, however. And I believe it's a ball. There's no indication of any other thing but a ball. So checking with the catcher, so it must have hit the catcher and bounced off or something. Took some time, given a chance to recover. So Bree Allred stands in with a 2-0 count from Aiello. Turns to bunt again. The pitch is high, so it's a ball 3. So she's been working that fake bunt thing. I think she really meant to bunt, but the pitches have been bad, and she's wisely pulled back. See if she does it again with a 3-0 count on her. She turns to bunt again. This time she'll pull back, but they're going to call the strike on this, so it's a 3-1 count is what we have now, a 3-1 count. Mentioned Indigo North is on deck. Aiello toes it. Looks into Emerson Anderson. Ball is driven to the right side off the screen. It'll be a full count now to Bree Allred. Steps in. Here we go. Full count. Nobody out. Dribbler to shortstop. Fielded there. Across the diamond. Bad throw. Goes up against the screen. So Madeline Johnson, I believe, will be charged with an error here and a throwing error as she come across the diamond to Haley Lentz. But Lentz really had no chance at the ball. So I believe she reaches on an E6 there. But it puts a runner on base. And I'm sure that's not what Madeline Johnson meant to do. Came up with a strong throw just offline. And it leaves a runner on base now. So Indigo North comes to the plate. And Indigo North turns to bunt also, pulls it back. Runner goes down the line. Looks like she's going to get there in time. The throw not there. So a stolen base now by Bree Allred. And the pitch was called a ball. And so Indigo North is a sophomore with a 360 average. And it lists that she's got 5 home runs, so she can hit it. Swings and misses there, however. So it's a 1-1 count to Indigo North. Jada Bailey on deck. North is the catcher. Dribbler down the line. Looks like a bunt. Pitcher's going to pick it up. Go to 1. Looks like they got the 1. But the runner advances to third. So on the sacrifice, basically, you've got Jada Indigo North on a sacrifice, more or less. And it allows Bree Allred to advance to third. So with 1 down now. 1 down. And Jada Bailey comes to the batter's box. Jada's a senior with a 351 average. Steps in now. Bunts it straight in the air. First baseman's got a chance in foul territory. Throw back to third, not in time. But that was a bunt, went badly, badly wrong. Trying to bunt the runner in, but it's a pop fly to the first baseman for the second out. That was nearly disastrous, so they went back across the diamond trying to get the runner at third, and the runner just got back in time. So that'll bring Dally Bailey to the batter's box. First pitch is going to be low, and it's a ball. Bailey in the first inning got a hit and eventually scored the only run here. And Bailey is a sophomore with a 384 batting average is listed here. Hit goes to shortstop, picked up cleanly across the diamond, and it's good there. Nice play from Johnson to Haley Lentz this time. No error on that one. And that'll retire the side in the second inning here. So after 1.5, it's 1-0 in favor of North Sanpete. We'll be right back.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
I'm Annie Hatch, a registered nurse and the nurse manager for Women and Newborn Services here at Central Valley Medical Center. Our department is dedicated to provide an exceptional experience during this important time of your life. CVMC Labor and Delivery is where families are born. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are a small hospital and are able to provide you, your newborn, and your family personalized care throughout your labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum stay. CVMC prides itself in having specially trained nursing and medical staff to ensure that you have the best care and patient experience possible.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork. Once again, bringing you the action here. Centracom bringing you all the action here, the 3A and 2A tournament here in Spanish Fork. We are in the bottom of the second inning here between North Sanpete and Providence Hall. And pitching for North Sanpete, Heather Howarth, and she's pitching right now. Ball is hit to third base off her glove, picked up by the shortstop, throw across the diamond, not quite in time. And that is a hit by Alyssa Marsick. And she's able to get the hit there. And that'll put her at first base. That's the first runner that Providence Hall has had. And Abigail Aiello will come to the plate now. And the pitcher with a runner at first base and a chance to advance that runner. Pitch is going to be inside, ball called on Aiello. Howarth brings it with good speed. And that last one was just off the edge of the glove of the third baseman, not able to get to it. Pitch is going to be outside high, ball 2. 2-0 the count now to Heather Aiello. Hit to third base, picked up there, comes across the diamond to one, bobbled. The play was at second base. She did come across, Miramontes come across the diamond to Lucy Oldroyd in the dirt. She's able to almost get a glove on. Well, she got a glove on it, but not able to come up with it. So on the error, on a throwing error by Abigail Aiello gets to first base. Third base, 5. And really the play should have gone to second base. In fact, the runner had barely left first base and could easily have been thrown out at first. So Aiello now is the runner at first base, but they're bringing a runner in for her in the speed-up rule. And we'll see what the number happens to be as she runs across. And that's number 6. And number 6 would happen to be... Oh, I got the wrong roster. That would help me. Jillian Garcia.
Speed-up runner on first base. Johnson batting, Lentz on deck.
So Garcia will be running for Aiello. Passed ball allows the runner, a hit batsman. Number 24, Madeline Johnson, is hit, which will advance the runners. It looked like they were moving up on a passed ball, but she was hit, so contact dead, and she will get to first on a hit by pitch. So the bases are chucked now with Haley Lenz coming to the plate. And Haley Lenz is a freshman with a .477 batting average, batting from the left side. And Heather Howarth is really having some struggles here after a really nice first inning. She is now struggling to find that plate with good pitches. Ball 1 there to Haley Lenz. She turns into the bunt formation, pulls it back, hits the ball sharply to second base. Second base up, goes to first. He gets allows a run to come. Another run coming down the lane, reaches out and tags her out. Bad base running there. Should never have tried to come down that lane. So they're able to make a double play there. But Marsick does score. And then they threw out Lenz at first. First base to 4-3 was the out. And then they caught Madeline Johnson Abigail Aiello's runner, Jillian Garcia, coming home for the second out. And the first pitch is fouled off here. Now Madeline Alton at the plate. And she fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Yeah. Pitch is going to be outside, ball 1. Madeline Alton again at the plate, listed as a junior with a .477 average. Pop up on the infield. Pitcher's going to come to it and take it in the basket catch. So Howarth will take that, and that'll end the inning. End the inning with the third out with a fly out to the pitcher, but 1-1 now is the score here in the second inning. And we'll come back with the top of the third inning here in just a second.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance, He's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue. Well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Softball Complex. Baseball, softball. Here we are. Top of the third inning now. North Sanpete coming to the plate. It is a 1-1 tie in this ball game. North Sanpete scoring the first run in the first inning, and Providence Hall coming back in the second inning for their sole run. As we come to the plate now, we'll have number 25 now. Madison Stedman will come to the batter's box. Aiello throws a nice change up there for a swinging strike one. Stedman listed as a sophomore with a .357 average, 1 home run on the year. Pitch comes across. The number is going to be called a ball. Ball 1-1-1. She'll be followed in the batting order by Lucy Oldroyd, and in the hole is Heather Howarth. There's a pitch that bounces at about 25 feet. So I'm sure that will be called a ball. Are you concur with that? Yes. Okay. If it bounces before it gets to the plate, right? Checking with the official score. Swinging strike, fouls it off. Strike 2, 2-2 the count to Madison Stedman here. She's playing the left field position in this ball game, Stedman. Another one in the dirt. Full count now. Second baseman comes in to settle down Aiello. Tristan Lentz comes in to tell her, settle down, just throw your game. Pitch is going to be high this time, so they'll work it for a walk here. So base on balls to Madison Stedman, puts her at first base. Lucy Oldroyd comes to the plate, batting in the number 3 position here. She's also playing the 3 position at first base. Number 22 is her number. And Lucy Oldroyd. And she is listed as a junior with a .388 average. She has got some home runs, 5. Popped up out over the left field side, going to come into the cheering section. No good there, so it's going to just be a long strike. Long as far as out. So Aiello brings it inside and tight. Little chin music there. Be called a ball. So 1-1 to count. Runner goes. Foul ball back over the screen again. And it'll drop harmlessly to the ground. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runner was going that time on the hit and run. Umpire had to get an extra softball out of the softball holder back against the screen. Runner goes again, strikeout, and then the throw, the pitcher didn't realize that she catches the ball, but it was really offline. If she hadn't got it, it was going into right center field. It was offline. I was afraid they were going to call interference on the batter who walked right in front of the catcher after the strikeout. But nothing happened there, and then we get a stolen base by Stedman. And it brings to the plate Heather Howarth. Hits a blooper to the right side, hits the screen, drops harmlessly to the ground. So runner at second base, Madison Stedman at second base. So Howarth again at the plate. Pitch is going to be a little low on the inside. Ball 1. 1-1 with 1 out, 1 runner on. Stedman trying to nurse that base on balls into a score here. Ball's hit to the shortstop. She comes up with it, checks the runner, comes across to first. Runner goes, play up to third, not in time. So Stedman does a nice job of holding her place and then running across the from second to third. So Howarth will get a sacrifice in that situation, but she'll also be the second out. Brings Peyton Johnson to the plate. And Peyton Johnson was able to get on in the first inning, but did not score. So we'll see what she can do here. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch is high, ball 1. And Peyton Johnson stands in, ball in the dirt. Runner's coming home. Got a play, not in time. Slides in safe, does the runner Stedman. So she gets a walk, and through sacrifices and good base running, she's able to turn that walk into a score there on the wild pitch. Is what we can do with that one is a wild pitch. 2 balls on Peyton Johnson. Inside again, ball 3. So 3-0 the count to Peyton Johnson. Miramontes is on deck, playing third base in this ball game. Pitch right down the middle, strike 1, called strike, let that one go. So 3-1 the count, 2 down, 2-1 the score here in the top of the third inning. Low, ball 4. Another base on balls, this time to Peyton Johnson. And it'll bring Tyler Joe Miramontes to the batter's box. And Miramontes is listed as a junior with a .279 batting average. Last time up, she flew out to the second baseman on a great play by the second baseman. Looked like it was going to be a base hit and run scored. And Lenz got over and made the play. Tristan Lenz ranging far to her right. Ball, I believe they're going to say it may have hit the batter or not. Okay, they're going to say it did not hit the batter, but it is a passed ball or a wild pitch and allows Peyton Johnson to go to second on the wild pitch once again. A lot of the pitches by Aiello are landing out in front of the plate and bouncing through. She seems to be having trouble bringing the ball up. That one's on the outside corner. They'll give that pitch to them. So Miramontes now with a 2-1 count. See if she can make some contact here and bring the runner Johnson in. Foul ball down the line, third. Strike 2. 2-2 the count now. It's North Sanpete ahead, 2-1. They got a run in the first. They've got a run here in the third for their 2 runs. Aiello brings it. Foul, swinging strike. Must have called it a foul tip. I didn't see the indication of the foul tip, but out had to be. Otherwise, it would have been strike 3, right? So Miramontes stays alive. Another chance. Inside and tight. Ball 3. Full count now. Full count to the batter, 2 away, runner at second base. Miramontes hits it down third, just foul. So she'll come back to the plate now. Miramontes steps back in, fouls it straight back. Going to break somebody's GoPro. Well, nowadays, you got all these little cameras strapped to the backstop. People recording everything that happens, and those foul pitches, hope they don't break something. Ball is hit in the air over the second baseman's head. It may drop in. Oh, and what a great play by the center fielder. She went behind the post. I couldn't quite see for sure if she caught it, but a diving catch by Zoe Huntley to save a run there. That looked like it was going to drop in, folks, but she made an outstretched diving catch. The thing that worried her the most is she lost her cap, and she had to get up and find her cap. But what a play. Zoe Huntley with a catch on Miramontes to end that portion of the third inning. And we'll be right back.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com. Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork as we get ready now for the bottom of the third inning. Providence Hall will be coming to bat. They'll start off with the number 9 hitter, Liz Brinkerhoff. Liz Brinkerhoff playing the right field position for them today. First at bat for her. Howarth comes in with a ball called to Brinkerhoff. Brinkerhoff is a senior with a .385 average. Pitch it outside, ball. She does have home runs, triples, and doubles on the season. Out of your number 9 position, you love to see that. But 2 balls is the count to her. She'll be followed by Zoe Huntley. Dribbles the ball. It stops right on the front of the plate. Nice play by that catcher, Indigo North. She really had to throw it carefully past the shoulder of the runner. The ball was hit, and it died right on the front portion of the plate. And now what's the argument? That's a fair ball, folks. The plate is in fair territory. Maybe they're asking if it maybe hit the batter or something like that. But that ball hit and just lodged in the crevice between the dirt and the front edge of the plate. And a great play by Indigo North as she took the ball, stepped to the infield, and threw the ball to the inside. That's tough because you're afraid of hitting that runner going down the line, but she makes a great play. Good job, Indigo North. Now the little flare to left field with a running catch. Great job by Madison Stedman coming in. So 2 great plays in a row here for North Sanpete as they take down the first 2 batters. That's Zoe Huntley. And that really was a dying flare into left field. And making a great play there again was Madison Stedman coming in hard. So it's 2 outs in the inning now, and it brings Madison Garcia to the batter's box, and she'll take a strike there. Madison Garcia, the first at-bat for her, she hit it to the shortstop and was thrown out at first base. Another swinging strike there. Cloward really seems to be having another gear going right now, and I shouldn't say that. The scorekeeper gets mad because every time I do that, the pitcher begins to struggle. Brings another one, hit down the line to third, foul ball. But Howarth really seems to have a different gear going right now, the way she's pitching here in this inning. So Madison Garcia once again, 2 strikes. Hits the ball high down the line to left field. The left fielder ranging over for it. It's a foul ball, but I believe it's a catch. So that's the indication. So a fly ball to left field to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 in that inning. Great job there. And with that, we'll be back in a moment for the start of the 4th inning.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next truck at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The time to buy is now. Auto Farm has a huge selection. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Ford F-Series, including the unbeatable F-150, no one has more than Auto Farm. Find more great offers and all their inventory online at PriceFordSales.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Welcome back here to Spanish Fork Complex as we start the fourth inning now. And batting will be Bree Allred for North Sanpete. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for North Sanpete, Bree Allred. She reached on an error and got all the way to third base before she was stopped. Ball is dribbled to the shortstop, up with it and across. Nice job. This Madeline Johnson, she's listed as just a freshman, but boy, does she have some abilities here. As she picks the ball up, has a great arm to first base. She did have the one throwing error, but just really has some skills here as a freshman. Nice job there. And Bree Allred will go down again in that situation for the first out. Ball is going to be through the wickets and back to the screen. Be a ball one to Indigo North. Indigo North, the catcher here for North Sanpete. And in her first at-bat, Indigo North made a sacrifice out to move the runner and was unable to get on base. Ball is hit to the right side. Second baseman picks it up. Lenz comes to Lenz on the right side, and that's the second out there as it goes 4-3 for the second out now. That'll bring Jada Bailey to the plate. Jada Bailey in the last at-bat flew out to the first baseman. So we'll see what she does with this at-bat as she flew out. Jada Bailey here. She'll be followed by Dally Bailey if she is able to get on. So Jada Bailey, the center fielder, steps back in. Ball is going to be outside and low. Goes back to the screen. So ball two, I believe. And the umpire agrees with us, so it's 2-0. Beaches may be a call. Kind of fooled the catcher. Looked like it had some break on it. The batter backed out, faked the bunt, then backed out. And it fooled the catcher, but it's still called a strike. So 2-1 is the count here with 2 out in the inning. Ball's going to be outside. No way. Sorry. Calls it a strike. But if we had the little box on the screen, it wouldn't have been in the box. So 2-2 the count. That one I can buy. Down the inside corner, a strikeout for the pitcher, Aiello, for the third out of the inning. And I believe that's just her first strikeout of the ball game. So that ends the top half of the fourth inning. We'll be right back with the bottom half.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith. Physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next truck at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The time to buy is now. Auto Farm has a huge selection. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Ford F-Series, including the unbeatable F-150, no one has more than Auto Farm. Find more great offers and all their inventory online at PriceFordSales.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Yeah. Welcome back here to Spanish Fork as we get ready now, the bottom half. First pitch is stroked into left center field. It falls down. It's going to be a double. At least it looks like it. In safely. And that is Tristan Lenz with a great shot there. It hit right at the base of the fence, and she hustled around for the double there on the very first pitch. Good job by Tristan Lenz as she breathes a little bit of life into the offense here for for Providence Hall, and it'll bring Alyssa Marsek to the batter's box. And Marsek got a single in the second inning and eventually scored. It's the only run for Providence Hall in the ball game. First pitch to Marsek is a strike. Aiello is on deck, and Madeline Johnson is in the hole. Next pitch by Howarth. Beautiful pitch there by Heather Howarth. Strike two. And Lenz is getting an awful big lead off of second base. I don't know if the catcher wants to throw down, but oftentimes at that distance you throw down, they take off to third. Ball is hit down the right side. Will it get foul? It does. That would have had some, possibly score a run the way it lit down that line down there. So that'll be a long strike. Come back and start over. 2-1 the score here. Runner at second base represents the tying run here for Providence Hall. Howarth comes to the plate. Ball is hit to the right side. First baseman should have got it. She goes to the bag. Throw coming home. Not in time. Safe at home. I think maybe the first baseman should have stepped out and taken that ball as it was hit down the line. But it's going to be listed by Marsek as a single with an RBI. As around and in is Lenz to tie the game. And Marsek on first with nobody out. Aiello to the batter's box.
With a single brings in a run. Aiello batting, Johnson on deck, Lenz in the hole.
Aiello comes in. She reached on an error in the second inning. Pitch is outside. Ball one. Game is all tied up now at 2 apiece in the fourth. And Providence Hall with a runner at first, nobody out. Aiello in the batter's box. Swing and a miss, strike. This is the number 5 position in the batting order. One would assume that there's some power here. And looking at her stats, 422, 2 home runs, 5 doubles, a triple. It's a flare to the infield. Let it run foul. And they do. I shouldn't be coaching from up here. Just sorry for that. But a ball that lands like that, there's no chance to get either of the runners. And so very, very wisely and well coached, the North Sanpete Hawks. The catcher starts yelling north, saying, let it go, let it go. And it does, in fact, roll foul and gives them new life. So Aiello with 2 strikes on her now. Pitch high into the outside corner, but going to be called a ball. 2-2 the count. So again, the runner at first base is Marsek, who just drove in the tying run. Pop fly out over the screen. Those are the kind that hurt the other cheering section because you got your back turned, you don't know it's coming, it whacks you in the top of the head. The ones on the side of the play, they can see it coming. Again, to the plate. Ball's hit sharply into left field. Throw comes to second base, but not in time. as Marsek moves to second base on the single by Aiello. And I would imagine Jillian Garcia is going to come in to run for Aiello. She has not materialized. The coach now, the assistant coach at first, had to remind the head coach at third. She's getting ready to come out. Yep, coach has to introduce it, and here she comes.
Speed up runner Jillian Garcia coming in to run for Aiello on first base.
So runners at first and second, nobody out here in the fourth. Already one run across. And Madeline Johnson, the shortstop, comes to the plate, and I'm just really impressed with her skills at shortstop as a freshman. She kind of slap bunt. They go to first instead of third. You really want to get the lead runner as fast as that comes back. You got to get that lead runner, but they choose to go to first and make the short out, which is great. You got an out, but you allow the runners to advance into scoring position now. So one down, runners at second and third now. That's Jillian Garcia and Madeline Johnson on base, and Haley Lenz comes to the plate. Swinging slap, check the runner, go to one, back to home. Is it in time? It is, and they get her at home. That's a great double play right there. Check the runner, you got plenty of time, go to first for the out, and then throw it home and get the tag at third. Well done, North Sanpete. So at the end of 4 innings, it's 2-2. We'll be right back.
Beaver Valley Hospital continues to offer high-quality health care at the state's lowest price. Beaver Valley Hospital has state-of-the-art laboratory and radiology services, including cutting-edge X-ray and 3D ultrasound. The hospital also provides expanded surgical procedures for orthopedics and laparoscopic hysterectomy. Remodeled patient rooms and long-term care facilities combine with compassionate staff to provide our patients a comfortable and healing environment. Beaver Valley Hospital is a proud community supporter and is pleased to sponsor Beaver High School. At Central Valley Medical Center, we're committed to offering the best care.
In your life's first moments. Through your life's biggest emergencies.
In your everyday help.
In those days that mean the most.
Central Valley Medical Center will be there with you through each step and stage of life, bringing the best care because we care, closer to home.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork. We were just talking about my age, and it's not very healthy on my part, so no reason to talk about it anymore. So here we are with a game between the number 8 and the number 10 seeds here, RPI ratings, and at the start of the 5th inning, it's a 2-2 tie. Now, the previous game that we had was a 2-0 ball game when we got to the 5th, and all sorts of nonsense broke loose, and we ended up with an 10-11 or 11-12 ball game after 7. So a lot of fireworks took place during and after the 5th inning. We'll see if that happens here again. North Sanpete will bring to the plate the top of the order. Pop fly into shallow center field, and it'll drop right at the edge of the dirt, and that'll be a base hit by Dally Bailey. So here we go with the fireworks, as I mentioned. Bailey reaches. That's her second single in the ball game. In the second inning, she was thrown out from shortstop to first, was thrown out, but she got a single in the first and eventually scored. Now she has a single here in the 5th. And she's at second base on an error. There must have been some kind of throwing error while we were talking, because she now stands at second base. Pitch comes to the plate, nothing there.
What happened? Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened?
So, a ball to the plate. We're still trying to find information on what happened there, that the runner was able to get to second base there. But regardless of what we may have missed or may not have missed, she is at second base.
It had to be a throwing error.
And there had to be some kind of an error getting the ball back into the pitcher or some sort. Ball in the dirt, runner goes. Throw is out of the glove. I think the coach is saying, don't ever do that. Okay, nice job. Because it looked like the catcher had missed the ball, but she just dribbled it in front of her. So the throw was there in time, but not able to make the play at third base. So we'll give her a stolen base. So stand at third base. The go-ahead run. Pitch is inside. Ball 4 to the batter. That's Madison Stedman. So now you got runners at first and third. Nobody out. Lucy Oldroyd comes to the plate. And she reached on a fielder's choice and then struck out. So we'll see what she does here. The coach is going to call her.
Hey, you're breathing too hard. You're fogging up our window. Over there. What's up over there? Look at this. You're breathing too hard. Starting here.
And now I'm being accused of things that I don't physically. If I'm breathing too hard, it's how did it get inside the window pane? That's all I got to ask. Then I would suggest you have faulty windows. So anyway, there's a timeout on the field. We're not sure exactly why. The coaches came and asked some questions, and there's a little bit of a meeting at the mound. The coaches laugh and giggle a little bit, the umpires, and now they're going to come back out. And when all is said and done, Lucy Oldroyd is still going to be the batter. Madison Stedman is still going to be at first base, and Dally Bailey is still going to be at third base. So, fifth inning we go. 2-2 the game. Fake the bunt. Bring the runner. The runner from third breaks, but they throw the ball to the short fielder instead of the third baseman. So they had her off third, but they throw the ball to the short fielder who's in front of the runner instead of the fielder who's behind the runner and had a chance to make a tag. But Madison Stedman does go from first to second and gets a stolen base there. So runners at second and third. Ball is hit down the line, foul.
Was it 1-1?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, no, he has 2-0. I don't know.
So Oldroyd still stands in. Ball goes off the glove. Runner starts and then goes back. That was wise. She did not get a good break, and the ball was short. It didn't go deep. So smart to go back. So Oldroyd still with a chance.
1-2.
So 1-2 the count. Sharply down the line. She took one that was down around her toes and ripped it down the line, but it is foul. Scared the coach to death. So it'll still be 1-2. And Oldroyd trying to make something happen here. A base hit could technically almost score 2, unless they're being cautious. Ball's hit in the air over the shortstop. Maybe short. Fielder's coming in. Center fielder makes the play. Tag up at third. Comes home. Throw comes to the shortstop. So heads up running there by Dally Bailey as she comes off the catch. And the coach held her back instead of playing part way. So on the pop fly by Lucy Allred, she's able to get an RBI. But it is the first out. Still got a runner at second. They held the runner at second. Ball's in the dirt, and so on the pass ball, they'll be able to advance the runner anyway. So the runner moves to third now. That's Stedman at third, 1 away. 3-2 the score now, and batting is Heather Howarth. And she has reached on a fielder's, she has been out twice now on infield. Balls hit in the infield. Nice save there by the catcher. Emerson Anderson has to reach behind the batter to flag that ball down. So she'll stand in again. Here's Howarth. 2 balls. Aiello brings it. It's going to be high ball. Just 1 down, so they really can't afford, because then they get in the double steal situation if they put her on. Aiello brings it right down the middle. Nice pitch there. So we believe 3-1 is the count.
I got him last time.
Foul straight back. Full count now to Howarth. So full count, 1 down, runner at third. Going to be hit right back up the middle, little dribbler, but it'll score the run easily enough. That is a base hit for Howarth. So that'll score Stedman from third. I imagine we will have the speed-up runner here for Howarth. She's got her hoodie on, so we can't see a number on it. But they've been using Oakley Denton to run, and I'm not sure if that's who this is or not. She's got her hoodie on. So a runner at first, 1 down, 2 runs across. It's 2-4 now, and to the plate comes Peyton Johnson. Pops it straight back, strike 1. Peyton Johnson has reached in the first inning and also a base on balls in the third inning, So here we are in the 5th. Pitch is high, ball, 1-1 the count. Again, 2 runs in. We're in the 5th inning, and that's when the fireworks started in the previous ball game. Pitch throws down to first base, not in time. Runner gets back. 2-1 the count. Peyton Johnson stands in. Aiello with the pitch. Nice pitch on the outside corner there for a called strike. 2-2 the count. 2-2. 1 away. Again, the winner of this ball game moves on. The loser is done for this year. Swinging foul back to the screen. So again, someone has to check their GoPro because it about hit it. And it'll be back in at a 2-2 count again. Low and in the dirt. Ball 3. Full count now to Peyton Johnson. Full count to her. Howarth on first base. Swinging strike out there. Second strikeout of the ball game. Recording the second out of the inning. So that'll bring Miramontes to the plate. Tyler Joe Miramontes in the first inning flew out to the second baseman on a great play by the second baseman, Lenz. First pitch. Ball hit into right field. Right fielder is therefore drops the ball and allows the runner to come around to third base. And again, we say the runner because we're not sure who it is. She's running for Heather Howarth. But she's able to get to third on the error on the right fielder. And Miramontes is able to reach first base, not able to go beyond that, but it puts a runner in scoring position, and Bree Allred comes to the plate. She reached on an error and then was thrown out by the shortstop in the 4th inning. Hits the ball, dribbles at the third base, up with it, across the diamond, drops the ball at first base and allows a run to score and allows Miramontes goes all the way to third base.
Okay, to me that's an error on first base, correct?
I would have to confer that is an error on the first baseman at this point because it hit her glove, she had it, and dropped it.
And we score another for the guest.
So we score the runner for Heather Howarth, and we move Miramontes to third. And we have Bree Allred at first. So again, we talked about craziness happening in the 5th inning. It's happening again. And really, it's just a series of errors by Providence Hall. Nothing being really torched or hit really hard. They're just not making plays. You've got to feel bad for them. Twice they've had the third out of the inning within their grasp and dropped the ball here. So it brings Indigo North to the plate. She fouls off the first pitch back against the screen, strike 1. Indigo North has been up in the 2nd inning. She got a sacrifice. And then in the 4th inning, she was thrown out by the second baseman. Pitch is in the dirt, gets way off of first base because it was bobbled by the catcher, but she'll go back, will Bree Allred. So another pitch comes in. Ball's hit down to third baseman. Up with it. Across. It's in the dirt. She misses that one. And around we go. The runner's going to come all the way from first around to score. So 2 runs will score. Miramontes will come in from third. And Bree Allred will go all the way to first to home on the air. And that was a throwing error there, unfortunately, by Indigo North. As she threw that one short, I think she was afraid of making a bad thing. And she threw it short, armed it, and it hit the dirt and bounced all the way down the line. So that would have to be an error on the third baseman, if I'm not right.
Correct.
There we go. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. We do have a runner change in for Indigo North. We had a runner come in and trying to get the number through the foggy glass that it was supposedly caused. So we've got a meeting on the mound for Providence Hall. Looks like number 30 is running for Indigo North, and number 30 for, we don't have, we do not have a number 30, and we apologize to the people from North Sanpete. We do not have a number 30.
No, we don't know who number 30 is.
So we've got someone here with connections. I think she's calling the president. President Biden, are you calling President Biden to get that information? Okay.
22 is pitching now? No. Isn't 22 who our pitcher was?
I think they've made a switch at third, possibly. So number 22 is in the circle, and that's Lucy. No, excuse me, wrong thing. That's still Aiello in the circle. They may have made a defensive change, possibly at third base. We'll try and get that. We're not sure here. So the pitch to the batter now is Jada Bailey. And Jada Bailey flew out to the first baseman and struck out here. This is her third time at bat. She is also the 9th batter to the plate in this inning. Pitch outside. So Oakley Denton is wearing number 33 for North Sanpete. And she's listed as 27, but now she's got number 30 on. So we don't know what's going on here. So earlier I thought she ran wearing number 27, but anyway. Anyway, we're still working on it. That may not be quite correct because we did have Oakley Denton running at number 27. This young lady's wearing number 30, so we'll see what happens here.
We had Oakley running for the pitcher.
Yep. So 3 balls and 1 strike, and they're going to call a second strike there high on the outside corner. So it's going to go full count, 2 down, runners at second, just second base. Pitch from Aiello, fouled off to the left-hand side. Score is now 7-2 with the fireworks here in the 5th inning. Top of the 5th. And North Sanpete has put across 5 runs here in this first 5th inning. Ball is hit down the third base line, going to dribble foul. So Alyssa Marsek, who is the designated player, is now playing third base. So that's the change defensively, is Marsek comes into third base. Here is what's going on. There's a walk on the play. Jada Bailey walks to put runners at first and second now, and we'll go to the top of the order. But Alyssa Marsek came in to play third base from the designated player position. And Madeline Alton, I'm not sure if she may have gone out of the game. So feel bad for that young lady, a little bit of an emotional struggle over there. And now we've got maybe some more changes, possibly a pitching change going to take place now. So we'll take a bit of a break. We'll be back in just a minute with the changes if we can find them and be ready to go.
JN Auto loves our customers and our community, so we have sanitized our entire inventory. Mold, germs, and yes, coronavirus are eradicated. Our all-natural treatment is safe for you, your pets, and anyone you take along in your new ride. After 6 months, stop by and we can get you rolling germ-free again. Treatments are offered in a single application or a 1, 3, or 5-year contract. Stop by your local Jane Auto location to learn more about our sanitizing options.
I'm Dr. Sorensen. I'm a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm the newest addition to the team of doctors here at Central Valley Medical Center. My goal is to work closely with you when making decisions about your child's health. After all, you know them better than anyone else.
I think as a mom, it can be really overwhelming to find a doctor who's a really good fit for your family. I look for someone who I can trust. It's so validating and comforting knowing that I can call and get the answers I need from Dr. Sorensen and his staff.
I look forward to meeting you and your child and bringing you the best care closer to home.
Aiello has moved over to first base to take that position, and number 3 Haley Lenz, we're assuming went to left field. But we've been wrong before, folks, and we will apologize beforehand if we are. Dally Bailey has come to the plate now to bat here in the 5th inning. Rips it down the line, but it's going to be foul.
She had a single earlier in the inning.
What's that?
She's the second time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is her second time at the plate. She's the 10th batter, 10th batter overall. Nice save there by the catcher, Emerson Anderson. That would have advanced both, but she was able to get up and get that ball before it went to the screen. So Bailey with the single in the first time up here in this inning. Another foul ball back. Oh, and that about ruined somebody's GoPro. So there's a battle going on. 2-2 is the count. Again, Garcia the pitcher. Tristan Lenz still at second base. High, but foul, out of play. Doesn't look like it. We're still not sure who the left fielder is.
It may be. So I think she came in and took her face mask off.
And so we're getting extra softballs here. And Len's still there, shortstop. Okay. Pitch is high, lets it go by. It'll be a full count. Now the runners can break with the pitch here because you got a full count and 2 down. So you can break both of these runners. It's either going to be a walk and out or come back and do it over again. So you break the runners with the pitch and let them go hard. Fouls it back. And the runner at first base played it as though it was only less than 2 outs. She needs to just break and go. Only thing you don't want to have happen is don't run into a hit ball. Other than that, go hard. So it'll be full count, still 2 out. Ball is hit hard into left field. This could be out of here, folks, and it is. That's a home run by Dally Bailey. A 3-run dinger here to really break it open. And that's her second at-bat in the inning. And 2 hits in the inning. Brings in Indigo North. It brings in Jada Bailey. And it brings in Dally Bailey also. That's way too many names that sound alike for me. But that makes it 10-2 here now in the 5th inning. Huge home run there. It'll bring Madison Stedman to the line.
Home run. Congratulations. Be sure to come and get your free hot dog coupon in the press box after the game. Now batting, Madison
Stedman. So Madison Stedman to the batter's box. The 11th batter of the inning. Strike, foul ball. So some other scores that are starting to come in now in the current games. Millard 0-0, San Juan top of 4, but we got a later score on that one, I believe. 3. Ball is hitting down the left field. Is going to drop in for a base hit here by Madison Stedman. And she'll get a single on that as they're just feasting on the pitching now of Providence Hall. And 3-3. Excuse me. Beaver Baseball 8, North Summit 2, top of the 4th. Now another update. Beaver Baseball 10, North Summit 2, top of the 5th. Hit high in the air down the third base line. Shortstop's ranging underneath it, calling for it, and she'll take it. So a pop fly by Lucy Allred there. Will be the third out of the inning, but boy, a lot of damage done here, folks, as they push 8 runs across. 8 runs across in the inning. So Millard is ahead in their ball game, 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. South Sevier is up 12-10 on Paiute, and they say that's a final. So just trying to throw some of this information out there. So Millard is up 1-0 on San Juan in the bottom of the 6th. Boy, that's a nail biter there. And South Sevier prevails over Paiute. And South Paiute's year will be over. South Sevier will move on to face the winner of Millard and San Juan. Beaver baseball seems to be doing well. Beaver will be advancing. Can't be right there. We'll have to figure that one out. So, bottom of the 5th here now, 10-2 the score. And Providence Hall got some work to do here, folks, to try and get back into this ball game. And we'll see if they can get it going. They'll start out batting, unless there's been some batting changes. We'll have Madeline Alton will be batting first, followed by Liz Brinkerhoff. Then back to the top of the order for Zoe Huntley. And we'll see where it goes from there.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Welcome back here as we start the bottom of the 5th inning now. And the first batter was Madeline Alton. She hits a dribbler to second base. Second baseman comes up with it, Bree Allred, and throws to Lucy Oldroyd at first for the easy out. So it's 1 down already. And now you come into the plate as Liz Brinkerhoff. And Brinkerhoff takes a called ball, 1-0 the count. Now she'll get called for the strike on that one. 1-1 is the count. On deck is Zoe Huntley, and in the hole, Madison Garcia. Unless there's been some batting changes. We know there's been a grundle of positional changes. We're just not sure if any of those turned into batting changes. So we'll get those to you if we can. So another ball called here to Brinkerhoff. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Heather Howarth has pitched the whole game, done a nice job, only giving up 2 runs. And done a nice job of pitching here. Brinkerhoff now with the 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Brinkerhoff. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And really, as I look at it, that's really the first actual strikeout by Howarth. So they've been making some contact, but the fielding has been able to help it, and she's kept away from the big hits. So Zoe Huntley will be at the plate. Nice pitch down the middle, called strike 1. So Huntley wearing number 99 with a strike on her. 2 gone in the inning already. Hit down the third baseline in the hole for a base hit. Nice job by Zoe Huntley. Ripped that down the line for a base hit. So 2 down, but she gets to first base there, and it'll bring up Madison Garcia. Check that number. Yes, Madison Garcia, who is now pitching. So Madison Garcia has been thrown out by the shortstop and flied out to the left field. Rips it down the line, just foul. Boy, she got around on that puppy. Just a loud strike is all that was at that point. So we got at least, if everything goes according to the script, there's 2 more rounds of ball games here before this day is done, and they're trying to get them out so they don't have to change the schedule tomorrow. We'll see how it comes. Ball hit sharply to the shortstop across the diamond in the dirt. That's an error, and allows Huntley to go to third base. And again, maybe the easier play would have been to toss to second base, but that's not what happened. So. Error on the throw, and enables Zoe Huntley to go all the way to third. So keeps the inning alive, and Tristan Lentz comes up. She got a double last time at bat, did Lentz, and eventually scored the second run of the ball game. So we'll see what she does here with runner in scoring position. Dribbles it down first. If it stays fair, it's an easy pickup, tag the bag, that's it. Just one of those that did not want to roll foul. You kept hoping it was if you're the batter, but it just didn't. Rolls right into the glove of the first baseman, Oldroyd. Easy step on the bag. Ends the inning, ends the threat. So at the 5, it is 10-2 after 5 complete. We'll be right back with the 6th.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Abilities and what might be one way or the other. One thing's for sure, and that's Providence Hall cannot give up any more runs, as they're already down by 8 at 6-2. 10-2, excuse me, they're down by 8. I got the inning, not the run, 6th inning. Whew. ESPN's not calling me. Oh, you didn't have to shake your head quite that emphatically. Scorekeeper keeping us on track here. So to start this inning, North Sanpete will come to the plate with Heather Howarth to lead off, who's pitched a nice game today. And she will lead off. She got a single last time up and then scored a run. So see what happens here. First pitch is called a strike to Howarth. Inside in the dirt, ball 1, I'm going to assume. Peyton Johnson will be on deck, and Miramontes in the hole here. And the pitch, swing and a miss, took a little off. Nice pitch there. 2 strikes now. Again, the pitcher is Madison Garcias. Fouled away to the right-hand side. Foul ball to the right-hand side. Count remains. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This remains the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pop up straight back to us. If you got a glove, you got a chance. Okay, not quite the distance it needed. So another foul ball. Remains 1-2. Ball is low in the dirt. Looked like he might call it, but he held off. So it's 2-2 is the count. Ripped down the line. It's going to stay fair. It's at least a single. She's looking for 2. She's going to round it, going to 2. Ball is cut off. And it'll be a stand-up double there for Heather Howarth. She gets her second hit in a row, and she'll probably get a runner. And the runner coming in,
We decided is Peyton Johnson.
that will be Peyton Johnson. So Peyton Johnson comes in to run. We believe, she's got the hoodie on, but that's the information we're getting from down in the dugout. So a nice double by Howarth. Pitch comes in, going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Looks like it might be a gapper. Gets up in the hole. That'll score a run around and down to come. Bad throw on the plate is going to allow the runner to go to second. Throw comes to second. Not in time. Ooh, she steps off the plate, but they don't make the tag after she steps off. Woo! So that is going to score a run, and on the throwing error, she will move to second base. Will Peyton Johnson. So other Peyton Johnson, who was running for Howarth, will score.
Yeah, one with the E and one with the Y. No, there's both sophomores.
So Miramonte's now at the plate. The score is 11-2 now in the 6th inning. Snap right back. Ugh. Good thing it hit the roof. I didn't want an error. I would have made an error there. So Miramonte's at the plate. It's 11-2, 6th inning. Bree Allred is on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Oh, I missed something. That's the first
So that's the first out of the inning. And again, only the third strikeout, excuse me. And that'll bring Bree Allred to the plate. And Bree Allred reached on an error. And in this at-bat, one called strike so far. To get the 10-run rule, they've got to score the runner from second somehow, and if that's fair, that'll do it. Looks like it's going to be a foul ball called. So Bree Allred with a long, loud strike on that one. And again, what I'm talking about is Peyton Johnson would have to score from second base. That would give them the 10-run rule. However, Providence Hall would still get their at-bat in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch is high, ball. 1-2 the count. Pop up down the right side. And Aiello settles underneath it in foul territory, and she'll take it there for an out. So the second out is recorded by Providence Hall. So 2 down, runner at second. Indigo North comes to the plate. She reached in her last at-bat on an error on the third baseman and eventually scored in the inning. Pop up back over the screen. That's going to land back here behind. I can see. They're accusing me of fogging the windows, but my window is still clear. That's your window. Ball is high. So 1-1 will be the count here. Jada Bailey will be on deck here. Jada Bailey, 9th batter in the order. Pitch is outside, high, nice grab there by Emerson Anderson to save that. Again, it saves a base, and that's killer in this situation. It's a lot farther from second than it is from third. And so you keep her at second instead of giving that extra base easily. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Nice battle here by Madison Garcia and Indigo North. Ball is hit deep into left field. That's going to clear the fence, folks. That's a 10-run rule there as they'll go up by 11 runs now. A big hit there by Indigo North. That's no way to field that ball. The fans back there got it. And that will also score Peyton Johnson from second. So it's not over yet. I talk about the 10-run rule, but still Providence Hall gets a chance to bat because they are the home team. So it's not automatically over here. Clears the bases, brings Jada Bailey to the batter's box in a 13-2 ball game. Coach coming out. Maybe there's more changes here. They're bringing a player off the bench now. So looks like there might be more changes. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be back and figure out all the changes.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
So she came all the way to here and then out. Welcome back here. As far as we can tell, there have been no changes. They had a conference at the pitcher's circle, and no changes were made. Jada Bailey takes a strike on the outside corner. We've got a nice job of leapfrog going out in the outfield out there. All the young men from I'm not sure what school, but they're having a heck of a game of leapfrog out there beyond the fence. Yeah, the one just kind of messed everything up there. Yeah, that's the way it goes. They're all tired. Go back, start over. Back to the game we go. Pitch is high and inside. Ball. 1-1 the count.
1-2?
Okay.
We were too busy watching leapfrog.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We had the count wrong. That's a strikeout on Jada Bailey. So third out of the inning. That will end the inning, the 6th. And it will make the score now 13-2 as they push 3 across in the inning. So 13-2 is the score. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th in just a moment.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Welcome back here. Another final just before we start this inning. Millard has defeated San Juan 2-0. So Millard will move on to play South Sevier in a ball game yet to come here. So Millard versus South Sevier. In this ball game, we are down to it now. It is the 6th inning, the bottom of the 6th. And Providence Hall is down by 11. They've got to have 2 runs to keep this ball game going. 2 runs. So Alyssa Marsek comes to the plate. And she takes the first pitch is a strike. The second is a ball. So it's 1-1. Alyssa Marsek has 2 singles in the ball game and has scored a run for Providence Hall. She'll be followed by Abigail Aiello. There's a hit back behind second base, and it may get down. Indeed, it does get down. So there's the 3rd hit of the ball game for Marsek. And, that's great production there. 3 at-bats, 3 hits, puts her at first base and brings up Abigail Aiello. And she will be batting here in the 5th spot, and she has reached on an error and has a single in the ball game. Now we got a running change of some sort here. The coaches are coming out. Marsek is the designated player.
No, she went to third base.
That's right. She is now playing third. They're going to bring a runner in for her in this situation to try and get the runs across. She is coming to the side. They're going to bring a runner in for her, number 14, it appears, for Providence Hall, and that's Sarah Scott, which is a change in the on the roster, but it's number 14 is Sarah Scott. So it'll be interesting if they because they probably have to enter her, but then they could re-enter Marsek later. So Aiello at the plate. Pitch is going to be low and inside. Ball 1 to Aiello.
Sarah Scott is at first running from Marsek.
Ball is dribbled. They're going to call that a dead ball. It could hit the foot because the plate is fair territory. If the ball hits the plate, it is fair ball. Must have hit her. She's acting like it. Okay, we have a North Severe over Paiute. South Severe, excuse me, over Paiute.
Does anybody have a wall charger by any chance with you?
2 and 1's a count. 3 and 1 the count now. Howarth, who has thrown a good game now, maybe trying to be too careful here. And you're going to want a bunch of runners on because big innings happen when that happens. So 3-1 the count. Nice pitch inside and high. Aiello fouls it off to the left side. So it'll go full now. It'll go full. Aiello did start pitching in the ball game, was replaced later by Madison Garcia. She's currently playing first base as Aiello. Right down the middle. That was a perfect pitch down the middle, and the bat never moved. What a pitch by Howarth. Strike out there for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Madeline Johnson. And Howarth, what a way to battle back from being down in the count badly and then make a pitch like that for the strikeout. So Madeline Johnson is up. Strike one to call. Swinging strike that time. Ball pretty much in the same spot, but this time Madeline Johnson swings at it. She has been on in one time in the ball game. She was hit by pitch in the second inning. It was her only time on base. This time she'll swing at the outside pitch and dribble it down third. Stays alive. Haley Lenz is on deck, and Madeline Alton in the hole here in this inning if we get that far. Again, if they don't score two, the ball game is over. Ball is outside, ball one. Standing in there with a 1-2 count. Reaches out and slaps another outside pitch to the left side. Foul ball again. Madeline Johnson battling. So she'll take another pitch. Stands in there. Swing and a miss outside. Strike three. 2 strikeouts in a row. Just when we think that Howarth is starting to struggle a little bit, she does that. 2 strikeouts in a row. It's 2 out in the inning, and Providence Hall is down to it now. Haley Lenz is at the plate. They've got to have 2 runs here. Swing and a miss. Howarth is staying on that outside corner out there. Haley Lenz 1 strike now. Lenz brings it to the inside corner. Lenz was looking outside, and Howarth brings it to the inside. Called strike on the inside corner. Tied her up. It was on that tied inside corner. On the outside, dribbles it to third. Third's up with it across the diamond to first. That's the ball game, folks. Nice play there by Miramontes to Oldroyd to end the ball game, as it's a 10-run rule in the 6th inning. It's 2-13 in favor of North Sanpete. So North Sanpete will advance, and they will play the winner of Juab, and I'm not sure who they are playing, but they will play again tonight if they can get that ball game in. So congratulations to North Sanpete. They hold strong here. It's hard to come back and win after you lose one the game before, but they did it. Good job to them. And we'll be back in a minute with the next ball game. We'll see what it is. Thank you.
Castle Valley Orthodontics specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody of Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Town & Country Home Mortgage has been simplifying the home buying process for 18 years. We offer VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, and construction loans. Come see us or apply online at NephiMortgage.com. That's NephiMortgage.com. We are committed to our community and enjoy serving our friends and family. Talk to one of our expert loan officers, Abby Ivory, Liz Brotherson, Chantel Bennett, or Joe Nielsen. Town & Country Home Mortgage, proud supporters of high school athletics.